Hey everybody, here is a video covering weeks 1 and 2. I sincerely apologize for my oversight in forgetting to open the module for you so you could get in and see how to get together for our Sunday night meeting. So what I'll do here is cover some of the things that we would have talked about in our Sunday night meeting. The first being we would have had some discussion around the culmination of the curriculum conversation here, and this is a word cloud of what came up more than anything. So clearly the word curriculum was the most common, and then interestingly enough, assessments and students seem to be close, really close. So those would be the top 3 things you talked about, and then teaching would have been the next one down, and teacher as well. So looking at that, you clearly believe that curriculum is all about the students, and I think the word assessments was there because that was one of the questions that you answered as well. So moving on down through week 1, this area right here is an overview for you. So please make sure that you've been through that, and then you'll answer chapters 1 and 2. It looks like many of you have already. You're well on your way. Then this right here gives you more details about what to expect as you are collecting your curriculum processes and maybe policies, whatever it is that you're going to use to revise, to review, evaluate, and then revise for your district. This is where that information is, and you will upload those into that area so that we can see them. Then right here is just where you'll let us know that your Dropbox is ready for us to review, to make sure that it's all set and ready to go for your first submissions, which start next week. And then these questions you're going to actually use in week 2. So we want you to know ahead of time what you're going to be asking your administrators in your interviews with them, to get more information about what other roles of administrators might look like in variance to your own. This right here, you're going to want to go through this. This is a set of resources that may help you along as you start working more toward the end of the course. But we have this at the very beginning, so you can go through, take a look at them, and get a big picture for your own processes and revisions and evaluations as you're moving through. So we have some examples in here for you, some curriculum mapping and review and revision charts, another process, and so on. So this may just give you some ideas as to what you may be able to do with your own curriculum evaluation and revision as you move forward. Then we ask, every other week, we are asking you to give us feedback right here. And this is anonymous feedback, so please be honest. I think we ask only 2 questions. And we ask this so that we can make sure that we're meeting your learning needs as we move through this module, especially since it moves so quickly. Okay, so that's week 1. Week 2 just opened up. This is where you would have found your virtual meeting information had I opened it. It is the same in every single week. So next week, if Module 3 is not open, it should be, but if it isn't by chance, you can just click right here and go right on in. You can also click here to go on in. So every single area where it says virtual meeting directions and agenda are identical. This area right here is something that we'll be talking about each week in our virtual sessions, is what are the trends and initiatives in Michigan that are happening in education. So 21F right here is one of them. And then this is all 21F stuff here. And then if you don't have your menu showing up over here on the left-hand side, click right there on that little arrow and it'll pull it up. So here are some more of the trends and initiatives that are coming up in Michigan. Grants and funding opportunities, technology trends heading your way, Michigan strives for top 10 and 10, and then personalized learning in Michigan. And we will also be adding the new ESSA, so that you'll have that in here as well, resources for that, and you'll also be able to have these conversations with us on Sunday nights. We'll pick a different one each Sunday night to talk about. Once you're finished with that, you can click right up here on the home button. That's the entire name of the course. It'll bring you right back up to the front, and then you can continue working through. Chapters 3 and 4 are included here, and now you're going to start really thinking about, as you're reading and answering these questions, you're going to start thinking about how does this impact my curriculum process in my district. And as you looked over those documents that you were pulling in, what seems to be missing from what you're reading, and what might you be on target with already, and what might you like to do some revising of, or maybe some things you hadn't thought about, especially when it comes here to the Universal Design for Learning lesson. That one's going to have quite a bit of detail for you. Now, I am going to show you something about this lesson also, that as you move through it, you're going to need to be sure that you click through and read each page until you get to the very, very last page. By all means, take a look at the links and such in there, but I want to show you when you get to the very end, first of all, you'll have a progress bar showing as you go through. I can't see it because I am the instructor, but as you go through, when you get to the end, you are going to have to answer these 2 questions. Type it in right here and make sure you answer these 2 questions fully, and then when you click submit, it's going to say, congratulations, end of lesson reached. If you don't get to that point, then you haven't completed it fully. And then once you do get to this point, though, you can click right here on this link, and it'll take you right back to the front page of the course, and you'll be able to continue to move on. So in week 2, then, once you have completed your chapters, then you're going to post your curriculum documents. You'll share them there and take a look at each other's and see how they look, because as you look at each other's documents, you may find that, oh, wow, they're already doing this, maybe in regard to technology or using Common Core or shifting already into some of the ESSA strategies and ideas. So make sure you look those over, and then you'll be doing just a little comparison. And then right here, you're going to tell us about your administrator interviews. You're going to answer these questions and let us know a summary also. And then you will have conversation with each other around that. So those are weeks 1 and 2. And please know that if you have any questions, we would like you to post them right into let me find where the course questions is, up here at the top, right here. So please make sure you post your questions there. You're more likely to get a quicker answer there than if you email or message either Dave or me. Thanks for getting started on such a great note, and we look forward to working with you and seeing you in the course.